Cheers, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Bourbon Booze. And it's cocktail hour. And we're going to do a cocktail that Andy always talks about. He thinks he's the authority on.
He brings it up if you say rum.
Yeah. Anytime you say rum or Navy or something, he brings up Grog. So we're going to do Grog. And we're going to do as close to traditional Grog as we can. So Grog was introduced by the British Navy in the early 1700s when they acquired, they beat the French in some major battles in French wars because they're always fighting, and they acquired some of their Caribbean plantations, and so rum was becoming a big industry. Well, sugarcane was a big industry. Then they discovered they could distill the waste of the sugar cane into rum, and it became a predominant drink in the early 1700s all the way through the 1800s. And it replaced beer. So beer was the drink of the sailors for a long time, and that's because water would go bad in these stagnate in 6 month voyages. So they would carry beer, and they would get like a gallon of beer a day or something. I don't know.
That's the reason.
But the beer was very heavy. They used it for ballast, but they drank it and stuff like that. And there was a lot of problems with intoxication and unruliness and all sorts of stuff. And so the Navy, the Royal Navy, English, switched to rum, and you would get like a pint of rum a day, but you had to water it down and split it through 2 rations a day. So like half a pint in the morning, half of the pint in the evening. And because rum was so high proof, and we don't know what proofs were because the ability to determine proofs didn't occur until like in the 1900s.
I thought proofing was like a traditional lighting it on fire.
Well, they could do that. That's how they determined whether it was ready to barrel.
That's what, yeah.
But they didn't know
exact percentages. It was just fire or really fire.
Yeah. And so it caused even more intoxication. That's why they watered it down. And Grog comes about from the Royal Navy. This guy who's a Navy admiral whose nickname was Old Grog because he was grumpy and mean. He is the one that instituted the mixture that we're going to talk about to make it tolerable. As a side effect, which the Navy took a while to realize, it cured scurvy. Which was a big issue, and that's one of the reasons that the British Navy was so much more capable and better than everybody else, especially the French Navy. It's because their people ended up being more healthy. They had less sickness because they cured scurvy. The French Navy chose to switch to wine. They thought that would fix scurvy, and it didn't. So, and if you don't know, scurvy is a lack of citrus, lack of vitamins deficiency.
Like vitamin C?
Yeah.
Or something?
And what they found out eventually is that by adding lime to your diet, which was easily to carry, and that's what they will put in Grog, it stopped scurvy. And that's why the British sailors and British people in general ended up getting the nickname limeys. And so if you don't know this, even today, it's kind of a slang to call a British person a limey. Pretty cool. So we're going to do Grog. The traditional Grog is part brown sugar, part lime, part water, and part Grog, or rum. So we're going to we're going to make 2 drinks. We're going to mix 4 ounces, we're going to make 1 ounce of brown sugar, which is 2 tablespoons, but we're making a double drink, so we're making 4 tablespoons of brown sugar.
That looks like way more, but...
Yeah. And then 4 ounces of warm water, so we have 8 ounces because we're making a double. And you want to do warm water because it'll help dissolve the brown sugar. You could also use raw sugar in the brown. Why do you always do that?
That's never done that before. You took away the regular shaker. You wanted this one because you said it was fancy.
Because I can't open the other one. So you get it nice and dissolved. It's like that exercise thing, the shake well or whatever it's called.
Shake weight.
Shake weight. So once you get it mixed up, you're going to add a little bit of ice to it.
Yeah, we're switching back to the other one.
And now you're going to add 1 ounce of rum, dark rum. We're choosing 2 ounces because we're doing a double. So it's not very strong. Now, of course, you can make it stronger. We're using the Trader Vic's dark rum. I just opened it a few minutes ago. We've never even tried. We haven't done a review, but we will. Smells like dark rum.
Now everything's going to be sticky in here.
And then 1 ounce of lime. So we need 2 ounces of lime. It's going to be a very sweet, tart drink. We don't have Grog cups, so we're using these Moscow Mule. We just figured it would be cooler.
Well, this would probably be close to a similar cup. I doubt you drink out your grog in some fancy cup. It'd be your coffee cup from the morning.
To me, this just looks like a little margarita type of thing. So now you're going to shake it up without exploding it everywhere. For the guy that used to have a bartender license, you need more practice.
It's a really simple test. Everyone can get it.
But I don't think mixing it was
No,
on the test.
it wasn't a mixing thing. It was just...
Okay.
So you could bartend, which if you work in a restaurant and serve drinks, even the waitress has to have the same license.
So now we're going
not a
to
competency test.
Do a little bit half and half. I will admit we haven't tried this yet, and we've never had grog.
Never even had something similar to this. I don't think
Well, I
I've
think
ever...
this is very similar to margarita without the tequila. It's with the rum.
But it's brown sugar and lime.
It's basically the basis of nearly every Caribbean drink.
Foamy. It's weird.
It's got a kind of a unique aroma to it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I like that. Is this the next best thing you've ever made?
That is really good.
It is really good. I can definitely see this on a cold or a warm, hot summer day. It's only got an ounce of alcohol in it, so you could probably drink several before you.
Yeah, we're gonna fix that.
He's gonna put rye in his.
That's
really good.
Really good.
And it's very popular. They just don't call it grog anymore, but it became really, really popular, and that's why the Royal Navy continued to have grog rations well into the 1900s, almost up into World War I before they stopped the rum rations. Now, the U.S. Navy, as far as I know, never really had rum as part of their rations. I was in the Navy. I never heard of it. We had beer rations.
You did?
When we were at sea for more than 6 weeks, I believe, or 180 days, something like that. It was a really long period.
You can start having...
We would get beer rations. But you usually had to be in port or somewhere. You didn't want to be falling off the ship. So I know that in like World War II and before, it was common rations, and definitely in the 1800s, but the Navy was really small. But I don't think they had rum rations. They probably had whiskey rations, because even though rum is an integral part of American history and really the foundation of American independence because of the Molasses Act and Sugar Act, which is all based around the rum industry, it helped us become who we are. But yeah, I
like it.
I like it a lot. Now, obviously, they didn't have ice on the ship, so
I'm going to get myself some dark rum. This is so easy to make.
It is very easy. All right, tell us what you think. Have you had grog? Let us know. Is there a different recipe? I know you could use sugar in the raw.
And didn't you look up one that was hot grog?
Yeah, you can do it in hot grog.
I could see that too.
For a cold night. And all it is boiling water and mix instead of warm water to dissolve it. No ice. Tell us if you've had grog, any other recipes you might have been associated with. Obviously, fresh lime juice would be best, but...
that's so much work.
Yeah, it's so much work. So, yeah, tell us what you think. And we'll see you on Monday for our Oddities episode. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Bye.
It's a perfect cup for this, too.